Welcome back to the Stephan Show. My name is Graham, and welcome to my show. And we got some drama going down today. Some couple drama, some money-related marital issues that we're going to be bringing on the channel today. It's wild. I don't want to give any details away in the intro because I encourage you, if you're this far in, just listen to this. We got a wild one. So anyway, let's bring them on and see what all of this is about. So welcome to the Stephan Show. What's going on?
Hi, my name is Sage, and so my husband actually told me that he did not want to marry me because I didn't make enough money, and now I make more money than him. So I am trying to decide what to do and whether to break up with him.
Whoa! That was not a twist. First of all, I was not expecting this call, and I was not expecting that situation either. Wow, okay.
Oh, really?
So let me roll up my sleeves. I don't know if I'm qualified. Let's give this a shot. I'll be honest with you. Okay. So give us give us the juicy details. How long have you guys? Well, I guess start from the beginning. How do you guys meet?
So actually, that's also kind of a weird story. I met his roommate on Bumble, and he brought my now husband to our date, and then I just kind of clicked with him more. So we ended up dating, and then we got married in 3 months after that.
Why would he? Wait. We'll take it step by step. Why would he bring his roommate on a date?
That is a really great question that I still don't understand. Okay, so they lived in a house together, and I think that they were reading books about how to meet women, and they decided okay, now it's time, let's do it. And I think he just kind of wanted a friend to help him along on the journey.
Stupid, but anyway, it worked out. It worked out for the other guy, your now husband. Yeah. Okay, so then you ended up getting married 3 months after that.
Yeah, that's right. We got married 3 months after that. We did not tell his parents. They still don't know, actually. And yeah, we've just been married ever since. We had a really small wedding that we planned. It cost us $300 at a hat shop.
So then, wait. So where did this come up about him not wanting to marry you? Right. And now what happened there?
Okay, so basically, yeah. So when I met him, I had a really, really small Etsy shop, and I was making about $20K per year. So, and he is a computer software engineer. So he was making $150K. He, a long time ago, had said he intends to marry someone that makes at least 85% of his salary, right? So that would be I don't know, $130K or something. Mm-hmm. I obviously didn't. I made $20K. So he was I'd like you to make $40K, whatever, at least. And so, yeah, and so right after that point, my business really started to take off, and I now make $80K a month. So, yeah, I sell on Amazon FBA and stuff like that. I won't say exactly what I sell, but yeah, I do make a good amount of money, and so yeah, it's kind of a concern at this point, I guess, especially because, he had that requirement when we first got married, and it just seems a little bit unreasonable now.
Wait, okay, so let's back up. So he had this requirement, but he went forward marrying you anyway, and you were okay with that? I don't get that.
He would like to say that he makes $170K, not $150K. But anyway, he just wrote that on a piece of paper to tell you.
Okay.
I think his reasoning was basically he was okay, you can pump your numbers up. He actually, so when I made $3,000K per month, he bought me a cake that said congratulations, it had my exactly how much I made, $3,476 on the cake, saying how much I made. He wanted me to make more.
How is your relationship otherwise? I know he's in the room with you, so we're not gonna get as honest of a take because he's listening to that. I'm sure he's gonna hear the call. How is your relationship otherwise, and why would you think of ending a relationship, or what were you hoping from this?
So the main thing is just we're married, right? So it's not a normal relationship because he he would get, half of my business, half of what I make, and potentially could ask me to sell my business to split that money up, right? So that's one of the main things that I'm worried about. And yeah, that's...
Here's the thing. You can get what's called a post-nuptial agreement. It's basically a prenup after you've gotten married. If you're thinking of splitting up and you guys are amicable, you could do that now.
I was like, okay, it's time to, get a post-nup, right? Do you mind? And he said, well, actually, I don't want to do that.
See, how would this have been flipped? I mean, here's the thing. If you were still making $20K and he's making $170,000 a year, and you didn't get your income up, and he says, "Honey, this isn't working out," or you wanted to get a divorce, you said, "Well, now we split half." How would he react to this?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. In terms of it being flipped, I mean, I would argue that I wouldn't do that, but obviously.
How long have you been married for?
1 year and 1 month.
Talk to an attorney. If you are thinking of ending a relationship, talk to an attorney. You would need to find. I don't believe a year is long. You would probably owe him something, but if you're making that amount 1 year and he's making a decent amount as it is, I think any lawyer can argue that his lifestyle is not going to change substantially and he could afford that lifestyle on his own. So I would talk to an attorney about that. But where's the problem in the relationship? It sounds like it's much deeper than just. It sounds like there's a lot of deep-seated issues that just were overlooked in the beginning of a relationship because both of you wanted to rush into this.
Okay, here's another thing. I dropped out of college to start my business, right? I didn't have a college degree. He did. He was like, okay, I have a college degree. You don't, obviously. Just a lot of I guess he would bring it up. I feel like he would bring up the fact that he made a lot more money than me all the time for some reason when it wasn't strictly necessary.
It sounds like an insecurity. I mean, that's really what it's. That's the only reason why someone would be like, look at my college degree. I make more money. It's like people I feel like who have a good sense of self-worth don't necessarily tie their identities and their expectations of others to how much money they make.
Yeah.
It's not just this. Because if it's just this and it's like a lighthearted, haha, now I make more money than you, isn't that funny? Then that's one thing. But it sounds like there's a lot more going on to this than just what you've told me based on this.
I mean, you're definitely right. I think what I said about making fun of me for not making enough money, that certainly was, not pleasant.
But here's the thing. But you knew this going in.
Yeah.
He told you who he was. He was showing you who he was as a person, and you decided, this is a person I want to marry. It was very telling. So I don't see this as being like a shock. I don't see this as being a surprise. This is he was very upfront with what he wanted. I don't agree with it, but it's like none of this came out of the woodwork later. It's like he was showing who he was as a person, and after 3 months, decided to get married. At this point, if you want out because you are making more money now the dynamic has changed and there's other issues in the relationship, then, I mean, at this point, I would do maybe two things. One is maybe seek marriage counseling. And again, I'm not a relationship expert at all. So I'm like maybe the last person you'd want advice from when it comes to this. I don't know. Talk to a relationship counselor, both just separately, and then again together. If you decide after that this is not worth pursuing further, you're only a year into it. I don't know if a year is long enough where any judge is going to be like, now you owe him half the bit. Maybe. I don't know. It is concerning to me that he's not willing to do a post-nuptial agreement. He doesn't have to do it. Part of entering into he took the risk too of entering into a marriage without a prenup, that if you do nothing and you quit your job and you decide to stay at home all day, if you decide later to pursue a divorce, the cards would be, stacked against him on that one. So he took a risk on that. Happened to turn out that you ended up making way more money. Congratulations on that. My recommendation, if you do decide to pursue a divorce, is to work it out amongst yourselves. Just it seems like in those situations, the lawyers are the ones that end up coming out ahead. Ideally, be amicable about it and figure out a solution where both of you can walk away. I don't know if, part ways, shake hands, do the thing, both of you are happy, instead of fighting back and forth with lawyers.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. Probably better without the lawyers involved.
Let's bring him on.
I
Let's
mean,
bring him on. Why can't he be on the call?
yeah, Sean, come here, babe.
Well, what's up, man?
Hey, what a unique phone call. I was not expecting any of this. What's your take on it? Because there's two sides to every story, and I know I hear her side of the story. I bet yours is a little bit different.
Yeah. I mean, I think she left out some details, but I think it's pretty close to similar. And I wasn't really listening to what was going on, honestly. So, but yeah, I mean, we got married in 3 months, but like we both knew it was like a super dumb thing to do, right? We kind of just because it was so dumb.
You're a smart guy,
like,
man. You're a smart guy. You're an engineer. You're making a lot of money. So two things. I want to know two things. One, why did you have this requirement that she had to make 85% of what you make? And why did you decide to get into a marriage after 3 months?
Yeah, those are okay. Good questions. So the 85% thing, that's just what I said it before as like a joke to my family.
No.
And like I said that like on the first date or so, you know. So once we were actually considering getting married, I didn't like it wasn't an 85% thing to me. I knew I liked Sage, so I was like, okay, $40,000 is like a good baseline. And the only reason I said it is because like it just felt like something like a responsible adult, you know. So I didn't want to feel like I had to work to support someone else at that point, you know. I just wanted to make sure that, you know, if all things went downhill, you know, like I'm dating a self-sufficient person that is capable of, you know, living life, you know, by themselves, you know. You know, it's like an independence type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, now we get more perspective on this. Okay, I understand that. Then why 3 months? Why you decide after 3 months like this is the right choice? And why no prenup, especially after 3 months? Especially the income disparity between the two.
The 3 months, it just was like, I don't know, it was just like I was having so much fun, and I know I really like Sage, and even though she didn't make what I wanted, it was like, well, it's not the biggest thing. I actually, when we got married, I was like, well, I'll just make double, you know, and then it won't even change a thing. But yeah, it wasn't like a well thought out decision. It was just like a fun thing to do. We got married in a hat shop, you know, and we didn't invite any family members. We literally went across the street to a bar and invited like random people off the street just because it was like a dumb thing to do, you know? So I don't know. It was honestly just, I thought it'd be fun. No prenup was just like, yeah, I mean, I knew at the time that it was a dumb decision and people were telling me not to do it. But the thing is, I mean, even though it's 3 months, you know, I like Sage. I thought, you know, like it could last a long time. And, you know, if it doesn't work out, you know, I'm just going with it. You know, that's just the way it works, you know?
So then she said that if she wants out of the relationship, that you didn't agree to a postnup where what's hers is hers. So you feel like her success is in part to you motivating her and pushing her? And that you would deserve some of that, some credit of that? I'm just curious.
I think maybe I have like maybe a very small effect on it for motivating, but I don't really think I'm entitled to anything. It's not, I mean, the postnup, I don't even care about it. You know, I don't really plan on taking anything. And I honestly don't think Sage would take anything from me.
Yeah.
It's more just like the principle of the matter that I went into it without a prenup and, you know, I took that risk. And it seems wrong to me that she shouldn't have to take that risk because, you know, it's like as soon as she makes one situation's reverse, she wants to do something different. But, you know, I feel like on principle, it should be the same, you know?
Okay, so we're talking principle here. So that means, just based on principle, she's saying that if she was making no money and in a divorce, she wouldn't ask for anything from you. So I'm assuming it would be the same for you to her. If she wants out of a relationship, that you wouldn't be asking for a part or any sort of, I don't know if even alimony would come into the situation for something like this, but you wouldn't want any part of that. It's just what's hers is hers, what's yours is yours. You can part ways amicably, but it's just based on principle, right?
Yeah, at least for, like, at this point in time, you know, like, if we were married for, like, 10 or 20 years, you know, maybe there'd be something different there. But right now, it's just based on principle.
Okay. Keep in mind, though, I mean, principle will go out the window as soon as you guys are splitting up. Feelings change, and emotions are changing, and outlooks are going to change on this. So even though you might agree right now, I do think it's smart to get that in writing. And I would have told you from the beginning, before you even get married, get it in writing. That way you at least know what the expectations are up front. And that way there's no surprises if something happens and all of a sudden there's ill feelings going both ways and, you know, one person goes after the... It's fine. I would find some sort of common ground and just get it in writing. That's what I would do. It sounds to me that it is more than just this. I think there's some other stuff going on. You don't have to talk about it. I think that the 3 months is probably too soon, and then after the newness wears off, you start settling down and getting into the gist of a real relationship and seeing whether or not you guys are compatible. It just so happens that the money came in substantially faster than I'm sure either one of you anticipated. That maybe is changing the dynamic a little bit from what you were used to in the beginning. Maybe it's thrown a whole bunch of stuff off. I would go to counseling. See if it's worth pursuing, and if not, then, maybe consider parting ways. But that's my thought. And it's good to hear both of your perspectives, by the way. Anything else you guys want to mention or anything else you want to throw in?
No, yeah, we love your videos and everything.
Thank you.
We watch.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that means a lot. It's an interesting situation for sure. I was not expecting that at all. And
Oh, really?
yeah, no. Well, thanks so much. I really appreciate the call and keep me posted on everything.
Yeah, we will.
Cool. All right. Good luck, guys.
Okay.
So with that said, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe button, and notification bell. Also, feel free to add me on Instagram. I post it pretty much daily. So if you want to be a part of it there, feel free to add me there. As on the Iced Coffee Hour podcast, new episodes being posted every single Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And lastly, like I mentioned, if you guys want your 2 free stocks, use the link down below in the description. Webull is going to be giving you 2 free stocks when you deposit $100 on the platform, with one of those stocks potentially worth all the way up to $1,400. So if you want those 2 free stocks, use that link down below. Let me know which 2 free stocks you get. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.